violence.
Well, an international thing.
An international thing. And I like
Okay, let's start. Welcome to the second episode of It's an International Thing. Today is would you rather be under a flood warning or an evacuation order? Okay, and introductions. We're gonna do introductions for like a long time until like everyone knows us and we know for like 10 episodes or something.
alright.
We're gonna make it shorter and shorter over time.
Alright.
Okay, this is an international thing, a podcast about international students and connections between people all across the world. I'm Tamer, and I'm from Lebanon.
I'm Gabriel from Brazil.
I'm Jules from Burma.
I'm Vibhur from India.
First question of the day, what are the disasters or like natural disasters that happen each of you, like your countries? Which ones are your country more prone to? So every place has its natural disasters, unfortunately.
Where do you want to start? I would say like Brazil used to be like very easy, like very calm, but with the time, like in climate change, other stuff, some stuff had changed, and like it becomes more common to happen floods, to happen like natural disasters. But Brazil is very blessed on that part, but it happens like very, 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 very rare. When like tornadoes very very difficult, but like tsunami is not, because Brazil is like not in the middle of two tectonic plates, so Brazil is very calm on that part, at least in the natural disasters. What about you guys?
I would say Lebanon falls a bit far away from the Mediterranean, like the Asian and like African plate. So it's relatively safe, but Turkey and Syria are not. They're right on the plate. So when it happened last year or the year before, they got heavily destroyed and destructed just because they are on the plate. So by the time you get to Lebanon, you're far off. The other plate happens, I think, is in the south between the Red Sea. Like that's where like that plate ends, between the Red Sea, between Africa and Asia. So Lebanon's pretty far off from earthquakes and tornadoes. Yeah, it's pretty relatively calm. Not much disasters happening. Maybe it will rain too much or snow too much, but not more than that. Go ahead.
So in Burma, we will always have like flood and storms in the western and southern part of Burma. Probably from around like rainy season from May to July. It's like a yearly thing.
Yeah, you guys get a lot of rain.
Yeah.
Same. So it's like India's surrounded by three different oceans. One is literally named Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal, and one more. Okay. I'm not good at geography, but
Persian Gulf? No, Persian Gulf is far off. Not Persian Gulf.
no, it's Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea.
Arabian Sea,
Oh,
yeah.
So it's three, and the place where I used to live, Mumbai, it's very close. It's literally the coast. And during rainy season, it's a yearly thing. We get lots of typhoons or storms, but it's not life-threatening. But right now, the most I've seen in recent the fires and stuff. In India, our capital, New Delhi, it's like the most polluted city in the whole world. In the whole world, not even in the whole world. And people were comparing LA's air condition during the fire and Delhi's air condition, and Delhi's was still bad, even with the fire. And it's quite concerning. That's right now. It's not like natural disaster, but it kind of is right now with the climate change and stuff.
Is it so? It's not because it's overpopulated.
It's I don't know exactly why it became
One of got overpopulated because everyone wanted to work in the big cities. So
New Delhi,
yeah.
it's, I don't know, it's not that overpopulated, but it's just that it has good transport. It has a subway, basically. Still, I don't know why it's so polluted.
Maybe they're not being strict on how much you can emit pollution.
Yeah.
They're just letting them do what they want. Let them do what they want, and I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, but that was shocking that even after the fires, Delhi was still the most polluted.
Still working?
Yeah.
Hope so. Alright.
Hello? Yeah. Hello?
What do you say 1, 2, 3 in Portuguese?
Dois, três.
Those days?
Dois, três.
That's really close to Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, dos, três.
Yeah, those days.
And
Arabic, واحد,
What?
اثنين,
And
ثلاثة.
Latin?
Tlate. There's like 3 T's in this word. Tlate. There's like
Latin.
Latte.
The latte?
Latte.
That's.
Your turn.
Greece?
1, 2, 3.
Different though. Dip. Net. Thong.
And top.
In Hindi, it's ek, do, teen, and in Marathi, it's ek, don, teen.
Ik.
Yeah.
Donk.
No, don't. I'll say Hindi again. It's ek, do, teen.
Ik. Do.
Do, teen.
Oh.
And in Marathi, it's really similar. It's just pronunciation. Ek,
Ik.
don,
Dong.
don,
Dong.
with a na, don,
Donk.
teen.
Ting.
It's really close.
Interesting.
Actually, it's the same. It's just
Um,
pronunciation.
But we're going to break it up.
Oh yeah, what's your next question?
Next question. We covered the what earthquakes and like what natural disasters.
Mm-hmm.
Now becomes the question of the episode. Would you rather be facing an evacuation order because there's a fire or a flood warning?
Oh my god.
You have to choose one. Yeah, it's not. It's a bad either way. But
For me, I still haven't really actually experienced the evacuation alert thing, but I have experienced the flood warning thing.
Serious?
Really?
Yeah.
You get flood warnings in Burma?
Yeah.
Here or over there?
you guys don't get it?
I don't know. I think we get it in villages and stuff, but the city where I live, we have really high-rise buildings. I
Oh,
literally,
so people go.
yeah, I literally used to live on the 6th floor, so we don't. It's just maybe a window shattering.
So your evacuation order is basically go to the roof.
Yeah.
Go to the roof.
Yeah, and every building has a refuge area. Yeah.
It's like planned already. Like,
Oh yeah, everything's
it's
refuge.
built already.
Yeah, when you have a fire, we go to the refuge area, and then there's a refuge area.
If I'm not wrong, like in Japan, they have like these structures, all the buildings are like built like already think about like tsunami and all this
Oh,
stuff, like
yeah.
earthquakes. It's already like built up to be protected.
Mhm.
It's really interesting.
Yeah, and the US too, we have like, what do you call them, like nuclear weapon. Now they're too old. Iraq has one actually, under the auditorium, the one on multi-purpose.
Under the bank?
rooms?
Or-
Like, no, like a refugee for nuclear bombs because they were afraid of nuclear bombs in the 1950s.
They have one?
Really?
Yeah, Iraq has one under the auditorium.
I think I've been there.
Yeah, there's one under the
I've been
auditorium.
there, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Was California under
Yeah, not California. In general, the US was afraid, so they were building left and right bomb shelters,
Bomb
basically. Yeah, there's a whole ad that can play over like PSAs from the 1950s. They were afraid.
Article like the Gila Auditorium, it was used for the Olympics in like 1970
Yeah.
or something.
They've used it, and they've used it for movies. When Hollywood would shoot movies, sometimes they wanted an auditorium.
That's a
Like
great-
even the, I don't know if you guys watch like Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump,
Yeah,
yeah.
they've used
It was they recorded here as well.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
would just
God.
change
The
the
scene with
banners.
the football, like he was playing football,
Uh-huh.
is recorded here in the like stadium.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Interesting, right?
It's close to them.
How
So
do you guys know that?
People talking to
people,
people.
yeah, people just like to boast it. Yeah, they would just change the banners, make it Mississippi or
That's
whatever.
so
but it's-
cool.
Even the series, I don't know if you guys know, what is the name? All American, I think is the name of the series. I don't know if you guys heard about it. I think it's in Netflix or I don't know, Amazon.
The basketball team thing.
There's this one as well,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
the
that's the one.
what's the name? Last chance. I think it's last you chance, and they recorded it here with the team of the.
Oh my god.
That's one of the ways that I came here. Like I knew the college through the
Oh,
series.
oh my god, I didn't know that.
I was really excited when I see like the coach. Yeah,
No way, that's
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
stadium? Oh my god.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
It's interesting. Like you see the campus.
Thought Hollywood was far, but it's present here. I mean, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not too far. It's still close enough.
What is best? What's better?
Yeah, we
Hollywood
never
or
answered.
Bollywood?
Oh,
Oh my god, that's a new secret.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
When I was small, I used to watch Bollywood. I mean, I was obsessed. But then you started, exploring English movies. They have pretty good concepts. Oh, this is so hard. I like both. Hollywood was at its peak in 2000 and 2010, maybe till 2015. Now it's not good. Now it has gone. I don't like the movies, honestly. Yeah. My brother asked me, do you want to go to AMC? I just say, you three go, I'm not going to.
AFC, we're not saying against you, we're just saying about the movies.
Yeah. I mean, I love AMC. I don't like the new Bollywood.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. A lot of the movies they're not the same.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that Brazil just got an award, and a Brazilian movie just got a Golden Globe.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
pretty
know that.
awesome.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it
Is
is.
that a short?
I'm Still Here is the name of
Nice.
This is on the movie. You guys watch it. And it's pretty cool. I wasn't able to watch it still, but I really want to watch it because it's not available here yet.
Oh.
But I know they're passing the AMC.
AMC, yeah.
In the group. They're passing like the group over there.
Oh,
please
okay.
sponsor us.
Cool. That's a good thing. Episode 3 or episode 4. If we watch the movie, that's gonna be the whole thing about movie.
Alright.
Movies.
About the movie.
Yeah.
Where were we? Oh yeah.
I think everyone answered the evacuation order.
Yeah. The like question?
Yeah.
We did either yeah.
You didn't know?
Flash flood or fire.
I would say fire, maybe? Because fire, I would say is more, not easier or calm, or like gonna be destructive as well, but I think the flood, you can like have a boat. The fire, you probably would be very, but it depends, it depends a lot. Like I would say it depends where you're living, depends, but if you have to choose one, I would say maybe, I don't know, the flood is pretty bad as well, like thinking right now. I don't know, that's a tricky question.
That's a really good answer though.
Yeah. Well, for you two, since you both have experienced floods, what do you think?
Sure.
I think fire, because flood, you don't really have a great threat to life. You can give life jackets and stuff,
Yeah.
but fire is like fire. Okay? I think, yes.
I would say too. I would rather be under flood warning than a fire warning. It's just.
How about like, if you get to choose between flood, fire, and earthquakes, would you also choose?
Oh, what's the third one?
Earthquake.
Earthquakes.
Oh my god, that's a big culture shock I got here.
Oh yeah, me too.
It happens a lot here.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Very
Yeah.
big
But
culture
like,
shock.
it's
All the
not
time.
really that serious here. Like back in Burma, like the earthquakes are
Really?
really intense.
I
Serious?
think
Can you
India,
imagine?
I don't know if this is true, but India is the only country in Asia that does earthquakes.
That's something.
I haven't experienced
Well,
a
but
single earthquake.
India has its own plate. Like it doesn't even have a plate. Like it's just its
Yeah,
own
that's
plate.
right.
That's how you have the Himalayas. So that's why.
No, that was not because of the plates.
It wasn't because of the plate.
Yeah, no, that was because of this is going into the depth, but it was like India was attached to Australia, and then yeah, they taught us this in geography. Search it, and Himalayas is modern, very new mountain. So the sediments were brought by these rivers. I don't know, but
So it's not because Asia and India hit each other.
yeah, it's because of that. But it's not a tectonic plate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
I see.
India
It's
hit.
confusing.
Yeah.
It's confusing in the beginning. Okay. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, didn't it hit it? Okay. Now it
Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
India was a different subcontinent plate. I don't know exactly. I'm not a master in geography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's,
it's something related to that. I was taught and I was so amazed. Like, what? These things happen?
Yeah.
Because it was a different plate and it broke off from Australia and it clashed with Eurasia. It was called Eurasia at that time. And then Himalayas was just sediments and it clashed and the sediments went away and went up and that formed the mountains.
It's crazy. I think the Indian plate is the only plate to travel this far and to crash this bad. I don't think anybody did that.
Yeah.
Like as much as like the whole crazy movement it did.
That's really crazy.
How do people prepare for what do you call it? Floods or monsoons?
Honestly, we don't. I don't know. I mean, usually I don't know when there's a flood or typhoon coming. We just get to know like 2 days before, like, oh, thing is coming, and we just don't prepare anything.
Oh yeah, that's important for people to know. If you don't live in the US, you're most likely not going to get all the text messages. That's a USA, you
That's a
guys.
culture shock.
Yeah.
I didn't used
You
to
don't
get
get
national
messages.
warnings.
You just go up to the ceiling.
You just see the news and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, flood is coming in 2 days.
oh my gosh, yeah, true. Also, like, I feel like the US, like, they're like really organized. Like, they
Organized.
send like
They prepare, yeah. This
Yeah, that's
question
like-
comes from the yes, it doesn't come from.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
tests and stuff
Yeah.
for the warning as well.
Yeah. Is there any situation where you would be asked to evacuate and you would stay? Like, is there any reason that would have you stay? Like, any? What do you think?
Like, even threatened by death? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. You?
I don't know, I'm thinking. That's a good question. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god, I just remember that, like, the fire situation happened with me.
Really?
Yeah, because I was in 6th grade and our building is like, it's divided in 2 parts. 3 apartments on this side, 3 apartments on this side. And it's like 1 in front and 2 apartments side by side. So the apartment next to us, there were bachelors living there. And all of a sudden at like 3 a.m., my mom was waking me up like, we need to go, we need to evacuate. And I was like, why? And my mom was like, there's a fire in the apartment next to us. So I was like, okay. It was very scary. And yeah. And yeah, my parents chose to evacuate. Like, nothing's more precious than your life.
Yeah.
And that was our own house. Still, they're like, leave it, get just the important stuff, keys, phones, wallet.
Yeah, I don't understand people who choose to stay. Like, they have a reason, but it's like, what's more valuable in your life?
True.
Um,
House memories, I get it.
Yeah.
It's sad, but
I'm thinking of a situation where, yeah, you can get it back.
you can
yeah.
always make new memories.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking maybe like one situation is if like there's a very old person or like a person that can't move and you're taking care of that person.
Oh, that's what, you know what, that time when the fire happened, coincidentally my grandma came to visit us from the village and I was like just so scared of her because she walks really slow. And thank God that situation was not serious at that time. It was only smoke in our house, but it took a long time to make to evacuate my grandma.
That's what I'm saying. With like people who like you can't evacuate fast. Sometimes you're just forced to stay behind. Like one person is forced to stay behind
Yeah, to take care
to take care of that person. So that's the case where like you're
That's so
saying-
much love.
Yeah, that is because you're risking your own life. One person's life. Oh, I just remembered something. So Lebanon goes through wars every 10 years. It's like a normal thing. It's like that's why it's sort of like like tsunami. It's
Like World Cup.
yeah, it's World Cup
Oh,
basically.
that's so sad.
It's sad, but like you take it with a joke because if you're gonna sit in there and cry, you're not gonna get
It's
nowhere.
so sad.
So I remember my mom once told me her grandpa didn't want to leave, or her uncle didn't want to leave. My grandpa took his kids and his wife and just took with the car. And he's like, I'm taking your family. You wanna leave? You don't wanna leave? Stay in the house. We're gonna go because a country that's not gonna be named, so we don't get banned, was in the village, just like past us, 10 minutes away. So you have to leave, else everything's the minute the tanks come in, they're not gonna stop, basically. And that has happened multiple times. Sometimes from a foreign country, we're not gonna say which one, and sometimes from within the country during the civil war. Yeah, so I remember like evacuating that kind of thing. Some people are just very stubborn. They're not gonna evacuate, and we're like, no, I don't. And if we leave, and that's also an issue with people who've like been through a lot of stuff. They say, if I leave, I'm not gonna come back. And we see this happen a lot of the time when you're forced to leave. Whoever comes back into power just doesn't let you come back, and you sit there for a long time and you can't come back, and you're forced to live a new life. All the kids get used to it, but
That's pretty.
But it shouldn't.
they shouldn't, yeah, because they lost their homeland to that kind of thing. That's why some people also don't leave.
Basically me right now.
Yeah.
It's like Burma, like we have this military coup thing. Ever since that thing happened, like parents would like force their children to like go to abroad. So like that's why like we have a lot of Burma stuff here.
Yeah, if it's not forcing them, it's just because they want to get them out of a bad situation. I remember my mom's brother, my uncle. I keep forgetting them because in Arabic, that's getting out of the subject. But in Arabic, if your mom's sister isn't like your dad's sister. You don't call them the same thing, basically. You don't call them aunts and uncles. No, like there's a different name for like mom's aunt, dad's, basically.
Oh yeah, that's the same thing in India.
Yeah, and the English is stupid.
Portuguese.
No, it's the same thing.
Really?
It's the same thing in Burmese.
No.
No, like their mom's side is different from dad's side, basically. Like you don't have two uncles. You do have you
Two
have
uncles with this
different words.
name.
Interesting.
No,
Never
we
thought about it.
have two uncles like same. We call it same term.
Same
Same
term.
term? Oh,
Yeah,
that's not
no. I don't like. Yeah.
Hindi, Marathi is same. It's not the.
You guys like it to be different?
Yeah. I
it's
like
easy
it.
to talk. It's easier. Differentiating. Like, oh, my uncle. Oh, I have two uncles. Mom.
Exactly. You don't have to tell, oh, one of my uncle lives in New Jersey and then my other uncle lives in San Francisco, where it's very different things. So one is a first cousin and the other one is like really close relative. But you just call it uncle and uncle.
That's
Like,
right. You
no.
call people uncle even if they're not your biological uncle out of respect sometimes.
Yeah.
So
That
that's.
doesn't make
You
sense.
guys call people like uncle or Mr. or something
Yeah, like,
out of
yeah.
respect?
Specifically in my state, like everybody calls like everyone like, oh, the uncle in Portuguese is tio, which is like a lot of people specifically in my state, they call each other like tio. Like a way to call someone or a way to talk to someone. It's very informal, but it's something that is specific to my
It's such a
region.
funny story about it. Do you guys know Pani Puri? Yeah, so they're like stands. It's like a fast food in India. You just go to a stall and then eat. So there's this. I used to call him uncle, but every single time I called him uncle, he used to say, "Call me like brother or something," because he was like really young. Then when I went to my mom, and my mom was like, "Yeah, makes sense. Why? It's like insulting to him. Why are you calling him uncle?" He was so offended.
I can imagine. It's like calling a young lady miss, basically. It's like
Yeah.
that's kind of like that
Auntie.
situation.
Yeah. Bro, people, oh my god, kids in my society used to call me auntie. Me and my friend, and we were like, bro.
Yeah. My cousins sometimes call me uncle. Like, I'm not.
We are barely 20. What?
I'm not
I'm not that old.
I'm not. Yeah.
It's crazy because my brother he's like 14 right now, and my sister already had 3 kids, and they're the same age. Like the oldest one, she has 3 kids, and the oldest one has the same age of my brother, so their uncle. So it's crazy. Like when they will go up, like they're gonna go out, like it's gonna be like 18, and they're gonna be like, oh, this is my uncle. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sometimes that happens.
happens.
It's weird. It's just weird.
That
It
happens.
It's weird.
That happens in Indian families a lot.
Seriously?
Yeah, because there's one, my mom's aunt, like very distant aunt, was born after her. She's her aunt, but she was born 2-3 years later.
Yeah.
So her kid is my mom's cousin, but so basically my mom's cousin is younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just happens because when there's like a long line of
Family. Yeah, well, that's the thing. In the US, they have small families, very small nuclear families. Outside of the US, you have big families.
Yeah.
Big families.
We have like big extended families.
Yes.
extended.
Big extended.
Like, oh
Do you
my
agree
god.
on that?
the big, like
Like big extended families.
Extended family.
in Brazil or here in the US.
Not in Brazil. Here in the US, we know.
I would say in the past was more, but I would say it's more controlled right now.
Yeah. Well, it's less and less across the world.
I feel
but-
like US, they have big families here, but it's like only their particular family, not extended. When we say family,
It's the family.
No.
Okay, let's explain family. That's a good time to explain family.
Yeah.
Family is basically your mom, your dad, your grandpa, and your cousins, and their cousins. That's family, basically. It's not your your brother and your sister. That's not.
just siblings.
Yeah, it's not that. Family is like grows big, especially because marriages happen.
Oh my god.
Like, and now we go to also a sad instance when people die in Lebanon, like when they pass away, 5 villages are invited to their.
5 villagers?
Yeah, to their funeral, because they would have like the grandpa or like the guy who passed away. He would have, let's say, 3 or 4 girls. Each one of them would marry into a different village because we live in the mountain.
Okay.
So then that would be the extended family. Like, oh, one big family. So they would write the names of the villages like for people to come because they would technically be related to that person. Very distant, but they're still related to that person. So his wife calls my grandma mother-in-law and also calls her aunt because she's her aunt too technically. So she was her aunt, now she's her mother-in-law too. She's related to her both ways because her dad is my grandma's sister basically. That's how yeah, and that's how I know them. And I'm not. That's from my mother's side. That's how I know like the mom like that them because they're not my family. But because they're my uncle's family and he's my uncle, I'm gonna know them basically.
That's
So yeah, when the whole family is here, the house is.
Yeah, when I say I have family in the US, it's like my mom's first, third cousins. Like New Jersey, I just went. That was my mom's first cousin, and the one who lives in San Francisco, she is my mom's second cousin. And there's one more who lives in Seattle. She's my mom's third cousin. Every single third cousin, fourth cousin lives
Oh my God.
all over US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's
Talking
cool.
about marriages, like how about the weddings? Because like the weddings back in like rural or like more like a village area like Burma, we would celebrate weddings for like 3 days.
yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weddings in the village for us is a whole week. A whole week of weddings.
Not even in
India has it bigger because they're a bigger
City,
country. I can imagine.
In
Yeah.
Brazil is a whole year. Just kidding. But like in Brazil, I would say like it's the wedding itself, like sometimes like the church, let's say like the ceremony itself, and most probably like one part is gonna be a party.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's it.
the ceremony is short across every like country. It's the parties like that take the whole week or the 2 days basically.
And accounting the honeymoon, like which is the
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think in olden times it was just 2 hour thing. Nowadays they make it a big thing. Like,
Yeah.
even do you guys know henna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called mehndi, and it usually takes like 3 hours for women to do. But nowadays they do it in a big hotel with
Yeah.
all dances, food, and then stuff. I actually have a lot
We
of
shared that
friends.
with India across the culture. Henna, yeah, they do it and they do it for the woman. Like it's like the bachelorette party. That's what Europe would call it, or the US, because it's women.
Yeah.
Like it's soon, so they would like do it, but it's like a whole thing now. You
Yeah,
see, like,
now, yeah, it just takes like 15-20 minutes,
Yeah.
but they make it a big thing.
big party. Yeah, so
But
that's
this is for everyone in the party, or is for
Oh,
only for your friends?
women.
yeah, women. It's a bachelorette party.
Oh, right, right,
basically.
right.
I mean,
That's
men
all.
come there just to hold our bags.
Yeah, that's a job. Yeah.
Interesting.
What else?
Jalebis. The food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but India wedding, it differs from culture to culture.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a specific food?
Food, I was
on
gonna say
weddings?
that.
Or
Yes.
They do like
Yeah.
specific for weddings?
Yeah, there it is.
I don't know why, but my parents and like some people, I don't know how this became a thing, but everyone in their wedding only has vegetarian food. No.
I would love it.
I don't like it. I like non-vegetarian. I've just been to a couple of weddings that has non-vegetarian food, but even if the family eats non-veg too, it's, I don't know. It's always vegetarian food at weddings.
Why?
Because I think like it's easier to
It's
everybody to eat.
Everybody, because
Because
not
it-
everybody is.
Oh, okay. I see why.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And maybe
Makes sense.
non-vegetarian food more expensive.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
vegetarian
Yeah.
and non-vegetarian having.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that.
I would think that way.
Yeah,
I
me
think
too.
that way
Actually,
too.
now that I said it out loud.
Yeah. No, it's obvious. The world has experienced downturns across. Grandparents like to say, that's what I've heard, is back in the days it was, they call it Iz in Arabic, or Iz means like wealth, but not wealth in like how the US thinks about it. Wealth as in like, they have a peace of mind, they have their like money from their agriculture, and they can have the big weddings and that stuff, and it's simple. It's not like the hotels and all that today. And they were able to, like it was simple, and they were able to have non-vegetarian and vegetarian because they weren't wasting money on videographers and drones. That's why, you guys.
No, I
And
honestly,
if
oh my god, event planning
That's
is
like a
big,
big business.
big thing in
Yeah.
India.
Yeah.
Recently, I think I went to the most luxurious wedding in 2019. It was so big. It was held at a Marriott hotel. And it was event planning, event planners did everything, stay, the mainly thing, then there's Sangeet is singing and dancing, and then the day of the wedding, the actual wedding, in the morning we have haldi, we apply turmeric to bride and groom and everyone.
Turmeric? Interesting.
Turmeric, yeah.
When kids are born in my village, like I was one of them, that's about like applying. They put rose water on you, like they wash you and thyme and a bunch of stuff. So my dad used to call me a sandwich when I was like 2 months because my grandma was putting
Oh my god.
herbs on me like
We put coconut oil a lot on babies.
on babies. What do you guys put on babies?
Massage.
I don't know. I don't remember.
The topic is
I was too
bouncing
young.
so much.
Yeah, we're bouncing so much. Okay, we'll get back. Big disasters have the potential to unite people more than like separate them. So that's like the final thing, and we'll like end it from here. How do you think that could happen? How can unite people? How can people unite in a disaster? Like, what are ideas that can help? Why should it happen? Like, whatever you think about the topic, let's put it.
I think like very good thing that we are seeing right now here in the US, in the California specifically right now. We see like there's a lot of churches, a lot of communities, a lot of non-profits that are like getting together and just doing like just getting all the resources they can to provide to the communities. Like it's something that's really crazy. Like to think about like Brazil, which is a lot of like there's a lot of disparity as well. And like here, like they are not like asking more for any donations, just money donations because they have like a lot of resources already. Like they're full, they don't have space.
People are over donating. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like,
Like this is amazing. I'm not thinking
yeah.
about this. I'm just saying like it's a shock of reality as well. Like this is like they don't need more donations because they have a lot. It's really interesting to think like even like I think for each one of us like think about our countries like if we had that something like that. Like I don't think we will over donate as like very would be impossible. I would say like because a lot of disparity and a lot of people really need every day like and besides like a fire, besides a natural disaster, like there's a lot of poverty, a lot of people struggling, and but it's something amazing here. Like this is really good. Like, and you see how people even over volunteer. Like we don't
Yeah.
have like over volunteer opportunities because a lot of people are volunteers.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I
crazy.
applied. They don't want them.
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
something like
It's-
oh my god.
Yeah, I was
I'm
seeing
happy
when I
to
was
do that,
fixing for the
like,
website, yeah, over donation, over volunteering, and it's good. And what Gabriel was saying, isn't that Brazil or Lebanon or Burma or India aren't generous people or generous countries or like very tight knit countries, but there's a lot of things that stand in the way of uniting them. And they've gotten poorer and more desperate, so everyone's fending more for themselves, as in like before they were like stronger communities.
Mhm.
In the US though, like the difference, especially in LA, a very diverse city, and from other states and other countries that you wouldn't expect because of how the US acts with them. It's just amazing how much from the US, from outside the US, like attention and donations and care. It's just amazing.
A good point to see from disasters, I would say, is like how getting people together, they like joining forces to help the other, you know, to the one they need. It's pretty good. Like this is a good really like it's not good to have natural disaster, but like as you're asking the question, like a good point of it is like getting people together and remembering like we are a community, we are together on this, and like each one of us is connected. Like,
Yeah.
even if we don't think about it,
That's
but
perfect. Each one of us connected. That goes back to the whole
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
of the podcast. Each one is connected. But do you anything?
Just adding to his point, connected. It's not affecting us. Still, we are so generous. Thank God it's not affecting us, our place, but yeah.
You don't know it until you lose it.
Yeah.
You don't know it until you lose it. Yeah, we can either end here with connected, or we can end with everyone saying the last time they saw the people in their village or in their country united. That's hard.
Like united, how what do
As
you
in, like
mean?
working together. They don't have to be.
I
I
work
have a good one. Yesterday was today's 27th, right? Yesterday was India's Republic Day.
Oh,
So yeah, everyone in my society comes together. There's like a big program, flag hosting, dances. That's the last time I saw everyone.
yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it's really
Not
good.
so far. Okay.
What about you?
What do you say?
It's complicated.
It is.
Oh, it's
It is.
very
It
complicated.
is complicated.
My country is like kind of disoriented right now because like everyone has their own like political opinions and like we're in
This
different
is
things.
similar to
Yeah.
Everyone has that.
Mhm.
Unfortunately. You can't remember any instance with your life? Wow.
I would say-
That bad, you guys.
Something to say there.
Yeah, something to say. For me, I would say 2018. Also, political factions. Lebanon is very diverse religiously. There's a bunch, and they fight all the time, even when they're not fighting. And at the end of the day, they go and have something to serve with the Argentinians, mate, the tea, and they have it, or they just sit there and have coffee. And I'm like, you guys fought all day, and at the end of the day, you sit and you're just chatting and you're laughing. You guys are hypocrites. Why? Why did you go through that just to sit? Because it's nothing big. It's just him fighting from everyone politically, making them fight.
They're just like exaggerating.
Yeah, so 2018 they all came together and they're like, we're gonna topple the government, we want a new government, a useful government, all that stuff. That was cool. The government got toppled, they got what they want, it died. And we're back to the same issue. So that's the last time I remember. That was like pre-COVID and before Lebanon.
In Brazil, I would say I think like even to all the countries, like, but I would say like World Cup is something that unites the country.
That's
Like even if you're like for
So
any
2022.
political view, but like yeah, but like I would say since like the 2014 maybe, like people are getting more split on their views. Like even in the World Cup, they used to be like more together, like more family, more. But it's still like I would say Carnival in Brazil, which is very famous. People get together a lot and have fun and forget about everything. It's crazy. But yeah, Carnival and World Cup, I would say, is the two situations that Brazil get all together and yay, happiness.
Okay.
Please change my answer. Republic Day was not this. That was because yesterday I was not in person in India.
Okay. Yeah.
But the last day I 2023 Holi. Just actually no, my bad. Wait, Holi is in March. Yeah, I think it was Holi 2023, the festival of colors.
Yeah.
I want to celebrate Holi so much. Like it's like
When is it? Which month?
I think I don't exactly remember, March or April. I don't.
Does it change?
Is it
It's in those months. It's
Yeah.
due to Hindu calendar.
Yeah, I figured because also in the Islamic world changes with like holidays and stuff like Eid because of different times.
it's like you are
What?
right, and then
Yeah.
do
is this like countrywide or is like
What?
is the whole country?
Like the whole country celebrates it.
Right.
Yeah, the whole country celebrates.
Full moon. Oh, okay, full moon day. Okay, just like Ramadan, there's like a full moon thing. March and sometimes late February.
Yeah, yeah.
You
And
participated?
yeah, every year we do,
Yeah.
but I haven't. Oh, actually, I went to. We should go celebrate Holi. There are parks here that allow colors.
Serious?
Yeah, I went with my family
Yeah,
last year.
that could be one of the episodes. That's
Yeah.
2025. It's gonna be March 14th.
March
March
14th.
14th
Oh,
this
that's close.
Oh,
It's not too
it's
far.
similar to what is it?
Holi.
It's
March
near
14th.
spring break.
Is the spring break in like Brazil is gonna be kind of the same with
The
the
tornado
carnival?
fest.
The carnival.
Oh,
Fun
before
fact.
Ash Wednesday.
Fun fact: there's a movie called Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, and it showed three bachelors going to Spain, and after that movie released, Spain tourism actually went up because of
Oh. Yeah, we should. That should be one of those times. We should definitely.
I don't know how. I mean, yeah, they don't
February
understand.
28th to March 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like the Burmese club, we always celebrate water festival here on campus.
I saw on someone.
When
You
is
see what
that?
you like in the Brazil?
Yeah.
What is that?
In April.
April. Okay, then that's
This
after.
was in 2020.
I was like, why are we celebrating Holi here, but without colors?
But what do you guys do over there? Like is it similar to what we did here, or is it totally different? Or-
Yeah, the same. Like,
Yeah,
we
okay.
just splash each other with water.
We do that, but with colors
Yeah.
and water.
But what's the reason?
We do that with alcohol.
It's just like you want to like
On carnival.
play the sing for the.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Definitely a relationship with water. No, for us, what do we have?
Oh my god, if we are gonna do the podcast in September and stuff like continuous, I have a really good festival on September. In September, it's like a 7-day big festival, and we bring a statue, a god statue in our house, and we worship him for 7 days. And our mom makes a feast every single day for 7 days.
Oh, that's like when Eid is in the Arab world. They're doing feast because of like the whole weekend of Eid, like 2-3 days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're doing it because it's Eid. Yeah, we're talking about the feast of
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys
Thank you.
for